What is up, XRP community? Welcome back to another video. Thank you for joining me. I want to talk about a Wall Street financial expert bullish on XRP and Ripple and their comparison to Coinbase. The Ethereum ETF launched this week and dumped. We're going to talk about that. A video about the UN currency. The United Nations is launching a currency to replace the dollar, and how they've already whitelisted XRP and XLM for their global monetary fund. And could Blackrock be collaborating on an XRP ETF? Brad Garlinghouse was on Bloomberg News talking about this. Really quick, if you guys want to support the channel, the best way is just hitting the like button. It's free, and if you want to give me positive or negative feedback in the comment section below, that's always appreciated as well. XRP ledger activity surges. New wallets and active addresses reach March highs amid a 30% price spike. On-chain data reveals a striking uptick in new XRP wallet creation, as in a single day last week, a total of 1,721 fresh new wallets. This is the highest daily wallet creation since March 30th. Sentiment, they put out a lot of data on various blockchains, and they said XRP ledger is seeing a substantial amount of both new addresses created and total addresses interacting on the network. This is what's going to fuel growth of the XRP price, people using the network, actually using the token, and it's good to see that these are at the highest levels since March. Talked about this as well this week. Whales are buying more XRP. A whale is classified as anyone with $500,000 or more dollars of XRP, and the whales bought 84 million in XRP just this week as the price is rising. So bullish stuff. Wall Street analyst expert predicts massive gains for Ripple, compares them to the Coinbase IPO. Her name's Linda P. Jones. She's a Wall Street financial expert. She's presented an optimistic analysis of Ripple and its currency XRP, comparing its valuation with that of Coinbase. She emphasized the considerable growth potential of the company, suggesting it may be significantly undervalued. Currently, Ripple is valued at only $7.5 billion on the Link2 investment platform, a figure that contrasts with its previous valuations of $10 billion in 2020 and $15 billion in 2022. And you think over the past 2.5 years, the amount of growth that Ripple's had with its on-demand liquidity product and just the network in general, it's got to be way higher than 15 billion. So it's not really far-fetched to say 7.5 billion is undervalued. She believes that this low valuation represents an excellent opportunity for investors, especially if the company follows a trajectory similar to Coinbase, which was valued at 86 billion during its IPO. According to Jones, if Ripple were to go public with similar market reception, investors could see a return of up to 11 times their current investment. Brad Garlinghouse, Ripple CTO, has hinted at Ripple going public in the past, and I believe they're just waiting for regulatory clarity. There was a big closed-door meeting with the SEC and Ripple yesterday. A lot of people were speculating, could it be a settlement? It turns out nothing new in terms of clarification was gained there, and there was no settlement, but it's only a matter of time until there is one. Yeah, so now take a listen to this clip from Black Swan Capitalist talking about the UN cryptocurrency, the parent organization of the World Bank. They've already designated the use of XRP and XLM for the new monetary framework.
The United Nations has been using the climate change to justify no single country can possibly deal with this. It's going to take a coordinated effort by one major, overall government. So they've been pushing this one world government idea. There's a more sinister element to this that I was talking to somebody, and they apparently, it's not in the major press, but United Nations has created their own digital currency. They are planning that will replace the dollar as a reserve currency. And why? Mainly because the sanctions that they put on Russia were...
So I didn't know that the UN was creating their own currency, but I found that interesting, and it makes sense. Every global reserve currency has a life cycle, and the dollar is at that point where it's hitting its life cycle. You're seeing Saudi Arabia for the first time in the world accepting other currencies for their oil, and they call the US dollar the petrodollar for a reason. It's not backed by gold, it's not backed by anything, it's backed by influence, and one of the biggest influential markets for the dollar is the oil market. Inflation's going crazy. The US debt is absolutely absurd. So I do think potentially there could be a new reserve currency in the future, but at the same time, the dollar is so strong in terms of influence. Maybe we don't see that. Excuse me. So Ethereum launched their ETFs, and just like when Bitcoin launched their ETF, and I'm going to get into a XRP ETF potentially collaborating with Blackrock here in a second. But there was a sell-off, and the reason there was a sell-off is because we're in a seasonally weak period for crypto. Marcus Thielen, founder of 10x Research, explained to many traders anticipated Ethereum ETFs would capture 20% of what the Bitcoin ETF did. He says, however, they overlooked potential billion-dollar outflows from Grayscale and the tendency for exchange listings to trigger sell-in news reactions. Additionally, the crypto market is entering a seasonally weak period. Opinions on Ethereum aside, the more crypto ETFs we have, the more traditional financial players coming into the crypto space, I think long-term is bullish for the whole industry. And here, Bitcoin Trader warns of a local top after the Bitcoin ETF launched. In his analysis on July 23rd, popular trader named Skew warned of a headline curse as the United States spot Bitcoin ETFs took in over 500 million. ETH inflows not enough to sustain the Bitcoin price. After the largest US spot ETF, the Blackrock one, saw $500 million in inflows alone on June 22nd. He cautioned that such a large inflow days have historically preceded BTC price sell-offs. Think about this, BlackRock's buying Bitcoin. Obviously, they want to buy it at a lower price, and they aren't selling their Bitcoin. These Bitcoins are sitting in their trust, backing up the price of this BlackRock iShares Bitcoin ETF. So BlackRock's a market maker, largest hedge fund in the world. It would make sense for them to lower the price of Bitcoin, so when they accumulate more, it'll be a more favorable price. XRP price hasn't seen $1 since 2021, but this could change in Q4. We've been talking about this technical analysis, this 7-year long wedge on the XRP chart and how bullish it is. The weekly chart reveals a symmetrical triangle pattern that has been forming since early 2018. Find me another chart in crypto that has this long of a symmetrical triangle, and I don't think there is one. I mean, how many other cryptocurrencies going all the way back to 2018 are even still functioning today besides the big ones like your Bitcoins, your Ethereums? The cryptocurrency XRP is testing the pattern's upper trendline resistance, eyeing a successful breakout to pursue a run-up to the next major resistance level around $1 in the coming months. However, it would need to cross above 86 cents, up around 45% from current prices, which has historically acted as a significant barrier. Then they go on to talk about the weekly chart's relative strength index. This is a metric that shows if an asset's overbought or oversold. And XRP is bouncing from the 50 level of the RSI. It goes from 0 to 100. The higher the RSI, the more it's oversold. So at 50 right now, it's kind of in a neutral range. It does show that there's room for the price to go up. And like I was saying earlier, XRP whales are buying more. The amount of XRP tokens held by whales has increased 1.2% this year alone. And whales are the people that make the markets, they move the markets. So if they're accumulating, that's good. Another note about Coinbase and just some bullish crypto news. Citibank has upgraded Coinbase shares to a buy, citing a shift in the US politics. A lot of people are speculating that Donald Trump will be the next president. Ultimately, who knows? But he has said in the past, he's made Bitcoin and crypto a key element of his election campaign, vowing to end the Biden's war on crypto and expand protections for US-based Bitcoin miners. Keep in mind, Donald Trump is also speaking at the Bitcoin 2024 conference this year, so I think that's just extremely bullish as well. And this analyst is predicting an explosive XRP price to surge over $3 after 2,200 days of accumulation. Going back to this massive wedge, this is what everyone on crypto Twitter is talking about. You can't understate a 6-year-long wedge, and XRP has bounced off of it 4 times this level of resistance, and it's looking to break it out here. You can see right here, he says XRP is leaving the station, and you see all-time highs all the way up here around $3. XRP is finally breaking out of this level. Nothing is guaranteed in technical analysis, but if you have to pick a fish in this game, this chart is the one I'm betting on. Another bullish chart, he's showing the impulse of last 2018 bull run to right now. XRP, if it mimicked that run, would be in the triple digits. Now, I don't think it'll go that high, but I do think double digits is very much in the works. Now, here's Brad Garlinghouse on Bloomberg talking about a potential Blackrock XRP ETF. Take a listen.
So you would welcome an XRP ETF then?
We would certainly welcome it, and I think it's inevitable that there'll be, multiple ETFs around different tokens. And I think you'll even see ETFs potentially around baskets that also, I think, further diversify that risk.
Are you in talks with the largest issuers, particularly BlackRock, to get this done?
Well, I'm not going to comment on that. I know BlackRock has said some things publicly. We think it makes sense for the XRP community overall. Ripple obviously is a very important stakeholder in the XRP ecosystem, but we're not the only player. And look, we've seen, before the SEC lawsuit, XRP was the second most valuable digital asset. I think because of the headwinds of that lawsuit, we've now seen that largely abate. But the long-term view on these things is about, how do you create utility and really solve real-world problems with these different digital.
So there's a Bitcoin ETF, there's an an ETH ETF, and it's only a matter of time before BlackRock puts their hands in the pie with XRP. And I think we would expect to see that by the end of 2024 or the start of 2025. I want to leave you guys with this clip right here, talking about the biggest wealth transfer in the history of the world. But first off, guys, if you want $41 for free and you want to support the channel, sign up with Webull. Deposit 1 penny and you're guaranteed $41 in free stocks. Sell your stocks, close your account, buy some XRP with that. But it's a great offer just for depositing 1 penny. You're guaranteed $41 in free stocks. Thanks for watching and enjoy this closing clip.
Piece of art, every bottle of fine wine, every collectible car, every piece of real estate, every private business, everything of value in the world will eventually be a token. This adoption of technology, this evolution, it's not a revolution, it's an evolution of technology, that everything of value will be a token on a blockchain. Not a coin, not a thing, it's literally a line item on a public ledger. Everything of value will be that. And every transaction of value will happen in digital assets. You don't need the pieces of paper. Wipe out all of DTCC, which processes $1.8 quadrillion a year. That is a large number. That will all move to digital. And when it does, it will create massive wealth, the greatest wealth creation opportunity I'm going to see in my lifetime.
Folks, with all due respect, you don't have to understand anything about anything. But if you understand this, the only thing you have to do is invest and wait. And if you understand this, you understand everything. Do you understand? Yes, you could say that the biggest wealth transfer right now that hasn't fully manifested yet is very real. Folks, I believe with every fiber of my being, when Trump gets back, when they stop launching satellites out into space, when they stop doing what they need to do and arrest all these people, and the mainstream media needs to report it maybe with a different line of characters. It's not going to be Anderson Pooper, it'll be our people telling the truth for once. When that all takes place, you better fasten your seatbelts, because we're fixing to go for the biggest ride of our lives. It is every bit as big as this gentleman says, and then some, and then some, and then some.